Director General, I'm sure you would agree that all of this collaboration would take place when the conditions to meet that collaboration are there. And I'm talking about robust frameworks, I'm talking about policies. And so the question to you is, what are the framework conditions and the policies that need to be in place so that we can collaborate and journey together towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals and to close the digital divide?
The answer to that question is the market we stand to lose if we do not harmonize is the 1.2, 1.3 billion population market. Imagine the investment opportunity when we have a harmonized data protection, startup law act, digital ID, and so on. It literally means in Africa we can create a billionaire every single day, because with a 1.3 billion population with over roughly about 800 million young people less than 30 years old, imagine one entrepreneur create one application and sell it for $1. Just think of it, for example. So the investors are not interested in segmented market, such as 12, 30, 45 million population. They are interested in single digital market, which is the consolidated positions on communication, their own corporate communication, data privacy law, cybersecurity, digital ID, capacity building, etc. Smart Africa has put in place the right platform to ensure this is actually done. How? By creating our Council of African Regulators, we call it CAR, with a mandate to ensure all matters related to communications and telecom regulation are dealt with in a very proactive manner. The second council we created is the Council of African ICT Ministers. The Council of ICT and the Digital Economy Ministers attend to matters that require sovereignty and ensure that the interests of the countries are upheld while working collaboratively.
Director General, of course, if we take into consideration that Smart Africa is an umbrella body of multiple African countries, perhaps you could share with us an example of a country that has effectively put policies into place that have helped to begin to shape digital transformation and to boost the platform economy. What example stands out for you as an example of robust policy that is truly enabling?
An example of those, there are a few examples, I'll just state a few. For example, the One Africa Network flagship project by Smart Africa, what does it actually mean? It means roam like a home. You're from Cameroon, you go to Kenya, why should you be paying for $4 a minute in a communication, while when you're in Europe, you leave Spain, you go to Greece or you go to Italy, you're actually roaming like a home. So policy harmonization there was very important. So we run actually a pilot project in the Northern Corridor in East Africa here, and also the West African region, ECOWAS, to do the free roaming. Today, we're trying to interconnect or interoperate regions on a free roaming basis, which basically means you leave Ghana, you come to Kenya, or you go to Rwanda, you do not have to pay for the roaming charges, but you'll be paying a flat fee, what we call roaming like a home. This is like one of the projects. The second thing is the data protection law, which is actually driven, we call it Malabo Conventions, which is actually elaborated by the African Union Commission, that Smart Africa is heavily promoting throughout Africa in order to get the mandate from all the country. It is very important because what is happening in the corporate world, really, when you have a multinational coming to Africa, they go to South Africa, they have a particular specific law. They go to Nigeria, they have a specific law. They go to Mauritania, they have a specific law. It is actually very confusing for investors. Investors are looking for harmonized law across Africa, and that project is ongoing, which will be a very, very important for Africa, and also not only Africa, even to our neighbors. Our closest continent is Europe. How do we communicate? How do we interchange data with Europe? Africa being the closest continent to Europe. That also brings me to the digital ID sector. The digital ID, the working group that we put together, and we are driving it for interoperability. Today, it will actually allow Europe to know exactly who are actually crossing the Mediterranean, and people are dying every day and they have no ID exactly. Remember, out of the 1.3 billion populations in Africa, we have roughly about a 500 million population which do not have any form of ID.